If you've been following the news about Social Security, you'll know how much of a difference a small change can make, especially when it comes to your monthly benefits. Well, there's big news for all seniors today. The government has introduced a major change that could significantly impact your finances moving forward, and it's happening right now. The new plan replaces the previous tax cuts with a Social Security deduction that benefits you directly. No more waiting around for a distant policy change to trickle down. This isn't just some vague promise. This is a real, tangible adjustment that you'll feel in your next check. What does this mean for you? For starters, the new deduction is designed to increase your monthly benefits by addressing the rising cost of living, which has been a serious concern for seniors, particularly those who rely on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI for their main source of income. With inflation at an all-time high, every dollar counts, and this update is a step in the right direction to ensure you can continue to live comfortably and with peace of mind. It's not just about receiving your benefits anymore. It's about making sure those benefits are keeping up with the changing economic landscape. In the past, tax cuts have been used as a tool to stimulate the economy, but this new plan shifts the focus to making sure seniors don't fall behind. That's right, this change is a win for you, the people who've worked hard and paid into the system for years. This update is particularly important for seniors who have been struggling with the rising costs of healthcare, utilities, and day-to-day expenses. The new deduction provides immediate relief, which means more funds in your pocket when you need them most. Plus, unlike the previous tax cuts, which were often delayed or complicated to understand, this is a straightforward approach that'll have a clear, direct impact on your monthly benefits. Now, let's break down how this works. The Social Security deduction replaces the traditional tax cuts and ensures that the money stays within the system, benefiting those who rely on it most. This is a solution that doesn't require you to jump through hoops or deal with endless forms and applications. It's automatic, easy, and designed to be in your best interest. Now that we've covered the basics of this major change and how it impacts you directly, let's dive deeper into what this means for your Social Security benefits and how it will work moving forward. If you've been relying on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, then you know how important it is to have a stable and predictable source of income. The financial struggles many seniors face due to inflation and rising living costs have made it harder for people to make ends meet, especially when the cost of healthcare, housing, and basic necessities continues to climb. What makes this change so impactful is that it is designed to address the challenges that seniors are facing today, rather than offering temporary solutions that don't last. By replacing the previous tax cuts with a Social Security deduction, the government is taking a step to ensure that seniors don't fall behind financially, especially during times of economic uncertainty. The key difference with this update is that instead of offering a blanket tax cut, which often benefits people who aren't necessarily in need, this deduction focuses specifically on seniors and those who depend on Social Security and related programs for their income. The previous tax cuts provided relief, but often the benefits were limited, with many not seeing much of a difference in their day-to-day expenses. This new plan, however, is designed with a long-term view in mind, ensuring that seniors receive the support they need not just today, but also in the years to come. What's more important than just the payment amount is the certainty that this change brings. For too long, seniors have been left waiting for promises that may or may not be fulfilled. The fear of not knowing if benefits would be adjusted to match inflation or keep up with the cost of living has been a constant concern for many. But with this new Social Security deduction, you can rest assured that your payments are aligned with the reality of rising costs. You might be asking yourself, how much of a difference will this make for me? Well, for many seniors, the new deduction could mean a significant increase in the amount of money they receive each month. Every dollar counts, and this additional financial cushion could be the difference between just scraping by or finally being able to afford some peace of mind. It could help cover essential costs like medication, healthcare, utilities, groceries, and other necessary expenses that often add up quickly. The beauty of this system is that it's automatic. You don't have to fill out complicated forms, jump through hoops, or wait for approval. Unlike other relief measures, which often require months of waiting or a complex process to access, this change is something that will be reflected directly in your bank account. It's a win for seniors, especially when so many government programs can feel like they're designed to make things more difficult rather than easier. It's also worth noting that this change isn't just a one-time adjustment. It's part of a broader shift in how the government is approaching the needs of seniors. The fact that they've replaced tax cuts with a Social Security deduction speaks volumes about where the focus is now, on ensuring that seniors are supported financially in a way that matters. Instead of relying on unpredictable tax policies, this approach is based on the idea of making sure that the Social Security system is sustainable and that it works for those who need it the most. For those of you who may have been skeptical about government changes or worried about how long it would take to see any real benefits, this change proves that the government is listening. The reality is that the old way of doing things wasn't working. It wasn't enough to just offer tax cuts to everyone and call it a day. This new solution is tailored specifically for seniors and SSI recipients, and it ensures that the money you receive is designed to help you deal with the unique challenges you face. However, there's one thing you should keep in mind. While this new deduction is a major step forward, it's still essential to stay informed about your benefits and regularly check on your Social Security statements. If your financial situation changes, or if you move or make other significant changes to your life, it's always important to keep your information updated with the Social Security Administration. Staying on top of your benefits and making sure everything is up to date will help avoid any potential issues in the future. Now, let's take a closer look at how the new Social Security deduction compares to the previous tax cuts. In the past, tax cuts were often touted as a way to stimulate the economy, but the reality was that not everyone benefited equally from these cuts. While they provided some temporary relief, they didn't always reach the people who needed them the most, seniors on fixed incomes. The tax cuts mostly benefited higher-income individuals or those with significant tax liabilities, leaving out the most vulnerable members of society. On the other hand, the Social Security deduction is directly targeted at those who rely on these benefits for their day-to-day living. It's not about trickling down benefits to a broad population. It's about providing direct financial relief to those who are most in need. This is why it's so different from what we've seen in the past, and why it's such an important change for seniors. In many ways, this change represents a shift in how the government views its responsibility towards seniors and other vulnerable populations. It's not just about offering a temporary fix, but about ensuring long-term financial stability for those who have worked hard throughout their lives and are now depending on the system to provide for them in their retirement years. The new Social Security deduction acknowledges that the old ways of thinking simply don't work anymore, and it provides a more effective solution to meet the needs of seniors. For those of you who may have experienced frustration in the past with the way benefits were handled, this update is a real step forward. It's a change that prioritizes your financial security and recognizes the importance of ensuring that seniors have enough to live comfortably in today's world. While it won't solve every financial problem, it's a crucial first step in making sure that seniors aren't left behind as the economy continues to evolve. Looking ahead, this change could serve as a model for future policy adjustments. If it's successful, it may encourage further reforms to the Social Security system and other benefits that seniors rely on. There's always room for improvement, but this shift is certainly a step in the right direction, and it sets a positive precedent for future changes. In conclusion, this major Social Security deduction that replaces the tax cut is a big win for seniors. It offers a real-time solution to the financial challenges that many seniors face today, and it's designed to ensure that you're getting the support you need. The new system is easy to access, automatic, and targeted to the people who need it most. As we continue to navigate an ever-changing economy, it's encouraging to see that seniors are finally getting the attention and support they deserve. Keep an eye on your next Social Security payment. This could be the relief you've been waiting for.